Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to crochet this basket. The one that I'm doing today is a shallow basket. It is going to be used as a front door table tray. It's also perfect for a centerpiece tray at a kitchen table, maybe for a side table or a coffee table in a family room. It's also excellent for making gift baskets. It's a beautiful keepsake, a wonderful base, and as I said, you can work up the sides much taller than I have in this pattern if you wanted to have a deeper basket. But let's go ahead and get started on this project today. Okay, so the materials that you're going to need is a 3mm macrame cord, 2 hooks. We're using a 5mm crochet hook and an 8mm crochet hook. The boards with the holes in it, you will also need if you want to have that solid base and if you're following this project exactly. I've linked in the description below the Amazon link for where I got mine. It's a pack, it has different sizes. You can probably also find them at a local craft store as well. Regardless of where you get them from, the important thing is to make sure that a 5mm crochet hook can fit through the holes because we are going to be using an 8mm hook for the project, but the 8mm hook is too big to fit through the holes. So you want to make sure that a 5mm can fit through because it is the ideal size to also be able to comfortably, well, as comfortably as possible, pull through the 3mm macrame cord. If the hook that you're using to pull the cord through the loops to get the project started is too small, it can be tricky. So let's go ahead and get started here on our project. I would recommend beginning along the back edge, anywhere along there, just because there's a couple of moments in the pattern where there might appear to be a little bit of a seam. So you don't want it on the sides. You'll want that just to be able to be in the back of your work. So this is where I'm going to be starting mine. It doesn't matter exactly which number, just wherever you prefer. And that's an ideal spot to be able to get your project going. Okay, so get your hook into the hole there and grab your macrame cord, and we're not doing a starting loop. We're just going to feed it over the hook and pull it through just to avoid any kind of a knot from doing that starting loop for this project. Okay, so once you get it over there, you're holding onto your working yarn. We're going to carefully begin because we don't have that starting loop. You don't want to pull it right through. So yarn over, pull the hook through the loop. And we're going to be working single crochets. Make sure that your tension is on the looser side. You don't want it to be too tight. So push your hook in the next hole, yarn over, pull up a loop. It can be tricky, don't worry. Yarn over, pull through both loops on your hook to complete a single crochet. And we're doing single crochets all the way around. So go into that next hole, yarn over, pull up a loop. Again, it's pretty tricky. I'm not editing this part of the video because I want you to see in case you're struggling as well. It is perfectly normal, but it's also well worth it. All right, and so this is pretty much all that you're going to be doing for this entire first round. You're just going to be pushing your hook into each hole all the way around, and you're going to be doing single crochets. So again, just try and make sure, give a feel to those stitches. Make sure your tension is somewhat loose because you don't want to have difficulty getting the 8mm hook through those stitches after this round. This will be the only round that we're using a 5mm hook. So go ahead, you can pause the video, finish working your single crochets all the way around, going through each hole of the entire board. And when you get back to the beginning, come on back and I'll show you what we're going to do next. Okay, so now that you've finished that first round, just pull a little tiny bit up. We're back here at the beginning. It's not a slip stitch and we're not going to close with a slip stitch there. We're just going to pull out the 5mm hook, grab your 8mm hook and get that we're going to get the loop onto our 8mm hook. And we're just going to begin right away with our slip stitches. We're going to work a continuous round for this first round. You might need to give a little bit of a tug there, but don't pull that tail end through, remembering that we don't have a starting loop. So again, we're just doing single crochets, and I do recommend grabbing a stitch marker and putting it in that first stitch of this second round just to keep track of where your rounds are starting and ending, since we didn't begin with a chain 1 for this round. So now we're going to be working again single crochets, and we're working into every single stitch all the way around. Some of them might be a little bit tricky getting the hook into, because naturally, even though you were trying to keep a loose tension, it is natural for these first round of stitches to be a little bit tighter than ideal, but you're good. Go ahead and work your single crochets all the way around, and then come back when you're back at the start. Okay, so now we're back here at the beginning. You see your stitch marker that's marking that first stitch of this round. So we're going to do this third round a little bit differently. You're going to chain 1 and turn your work. Grab your stitch marker and just move it into that chain 1 space right there, just to mark the beginning of this round. And we're going to be working single crochet stitches into every single stitch all the way around. Now this will be the one round that we do end with a slip stitch. Okay, because we started with that chain 1. So it's just to have a clean finish to the round. And then going forward, it will be continuous rounds again. All right, so work 1 single crochet into every single stitch all the way around. When you get back to the beginning, come on back and I'll show you what we're going to do next. So you can go ahead, pause your work, work your 1 single crochet into every single stitch all the way around, and then come back and I'll show you how we're going to move on. Okay, so here we are back at the beginning. We're going to close this round with a slip stitch into that chain 1 space. So push your hook in, yarn over, and pull right through the loops on your hook. Remove the stitch marker, and we're going to work single crochets again into every single stitch all the way around. And it's going to be for a total of 2 rounds. So go ahead and work your first single crochet. Get your stitch marker, mark that first stitch, because we're going to work continuous rounds. Now I'm going to leave you to it. You're going to work 1 single crochet into every single stitch all the way around. You're going to finish this round and then keep going for a full second round. So once you finish 2 rounds of single crochets, you're going to come back. I do want to mention you might start to notice the sides of your work appearing to cave in, and it might give you the urge to kind of stretch them out. Don't do that. Just keep working your 2 rounds of single crochet and then come back and I will show you what we're going to do to fix that. Okay, so now that you finished working those 2 rounds of your single crochets, we're going to slip stitch just right here into the next stitch just to give it a clean finish. Pull up a bit of a tail end and fasten that off. Don't mind my scissors, couldn't find my fancy ones. Okay, pull that tail end through. Now we're going to grab our large tapestry needle because we want to weave these tail ends in and out of some of the stitches to hide and secure. It's important for this step that you are weaving them on what appears to be the outside of our work, because this will end up being the inside. I'm going to show you what I mean while I'm letting you see here how I weave my tail ends in and out of a couple stitches. It just hides and secures the tail ends. I'm going to explain. So as I mentioned, you will have noticed your work starting to kind of cave in. And that is completely natural. I'm going to show you how we're going to end up with that really wonderful, straight, firm, and sturdy edge to our basket. Let me fasten off this tail end. Let's have a quick look underneath here, because we don't want to forget we didn't make a starting loop. We have this little tail end that's kind of loose. So let's get that onto our tapestry needle, and we want to make sure that we get that secured. So wrap it around that little piece that's underneath. And I'm just going to do the same thing. There's not really any specific technique that you have to worry about for this step. It's just making sure that we weave it in and out a few times to make sure that, again, we make it hidden but also secure. I'm going to go and look for a stitch that is good for me to push this hook through without loosening the work. There we go. And I'm just going to weave that in and out just a couple times through some stitches of my work. And let's fasten that off as well. Now I'm going to show you the technique for the sides of our work. So as you can see here, it looks like it's caving in, it's dipping in. It's not the most attractive for a crochet basket or tray. What we're going to do, instead of stretching it out and warping it, we're actually going to stretch it just enough to flip it completely inside out, basically. We're flipping the walls of our work around to the other side. So this gives it that perfect shape, that nice, straight, firm edge for our basket. Go around and just adjust it to make sure that it has completely flipped over successfully all the way around, and there you have it. I hope that you've enjoyed this pattern. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a look at the helpful links in the description below.